TGIF Warriors, we made it. How you doing, Ingmar? Mike, AJ, Brand, big day in the dollar yesterday, followed through on the breakout, flat today. Gold and silver trying to make a comeback. Silver actually challenged yesterday's highs. Gold hasn't. Giannac, Baroque, good morning, good afternoon, Hugo, Shaitan, how are you? It's a new name, nice to meet you. Are you here to see Elba? All right, Brand. Keep swinging the bat. Remember what Peter said, never, ever give up, right? Okay. So I'm starting to question the yields here. We're about 3 bips lower on the 10-year. So let's take a look.
You're coming around to my way of thinking, Dale. Good
I am.
morning.
Well, I've given up being stubborn in the markets because you get carried out. Um, I think this is a big development to watch here, guys. Even Grega was in looking for one more low. I think you get a bottom in the gold silver ratio. Sometimes it is directional. I mean, let's face it, uh, it's been pretty good in calling the bull market from the ratio peaking up here, right? And I'm not talking about the beginning of a bull market, just some type of correction. Just like the dollar is not the beginning, in my view, the beginning of a new bull market, but it's a good bear market rally that you could either participate in or wait. But, I think we could rally back to 90, maybe even 95. So 90, I think, is going to be a period where silver will begin to underperform. Not like today with silver up 1.7%, almost making new highs. There's a daily. So we probably do have to make new highs. Probably some people, top pick, you know, people like me. Let's see, gold, weaker right now looks like a failing rally, but then you look at this right here, confirmed high, even on the interday. So there's a big difference in momentum between gold, check that out, and silver, check the RSI structure out here. Even with all those spikes, okay, look how long it's been diverging. So you got killed playing 4-hour divergence unless you traded, because there were lots of intraday dips. Um, this says that there could be another high. I don't know if this is a double top or not. Anyway, Stella's here. The only new development, look, the dollar broke out. You got to stay with it as long as it holds the breakout.
Yep.
And, that's 98.60. Again, a bear market rally, right? Some people are saying 101. Some have 103, which is based upon, I think that's 50% back from that 110 high. It's going to be 103. So I know guys looking for 105, that's 61.8. But as long as we hold this breakout, they have the momentum. So I've been anticipating the break. I've liked the dollar from here on Fed Day. So called it a bottom. So, you know, uh, this might finally have some impact on for a correction in the metals. Probably that'll be the excuse that reporters will give. Well, or you'll see headline shifting, dollar strong, but this is very contrarian. I mean, everyone thought we were going to crash when we were doing this, right? And then even the Israelis they poo-pooed. But here's still so you
Yep.
know on the 10-year, now we're down 4. Pretty feeble rally. compared to this, right? This was the last easing attempt. This time the market's really not rebelling. And even TLT,
TLT looks
I
like
don't
a
think
really
I,
nice bottoming formation
yeah,
slowly.
look at how it held that breakout so many
Yeah,
times. Not, you know, if it gets back down here again, I wouldn't trust it.
yeah.
But you know, I have a hard time trusting um, anything.
I got long a couple of days ago.
You're, oh, you
uh,
went with the bond TLT?
yep, I got long 89.10, and my stop is below
All right.
those levels basically. So, but anyway, let's take
Yeah,
them one thing at a time. You're
yeah.
right in what you say about yields and about I'll take the screen about the dollar. Replace current share,
There
desktop
you go.
one.
There you go.
So yields are not convincing, are they? And
No.
we are pricing a couple of more cuts from the Fed, and the Fed minutes were not dovish, right? They were on the hawkish side. So there's there's a few forces playing on yields at the moment, but my fear right now is that these markets are so overextended. This AI reminds me of 99, 2000 when I was trading back then, and it just feels like it's exactly the same thing. We're just replacing the internet with AI. And
Well,
yes,
let's party like 1999,
yeah, exactly.
bro. Huh?
Yes, the future is there as it was with the internet, right? And all the,
Yeah.
Amazons and all that. But it doesn't, I don't think um, the valuations match or they aren't even close to matching revenues, profits, etc. Yes, there's a lot of potential, but remember I said this a couple of days ago, Amazon took years to become profitable. It was losing money every year. So, this is a long-term trade, and at the moment we've gone so far so quickly. I just feel that the risks of a risk of move have increased dramatically. And
Well, that's a different story
yeah,
than I've heard for a while. So, okay,
everybody thinks we're
maybe
going higher, right?
that's why the bonds are getting a bid. You
Yes.
know, maybe there are some recession fears starting to creep in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think the chance of a recession and of risk of finally coming is, the chances are increasing every day. And everyone is so happy with the markets. And I read yesterday we had the largest inflow into equity, I think it was equity ETFs ever from retail last month, which is crazy why you would want to be going all in or close to all in at these valuations. But anyway, we take it one step at a time. I do think yields are struggling and will resolve to the downside. And the dollar could be the trigger for such a move, for a risk of move, because it's a bear market rally until you start getting higher highs and higher lows, which makes it a a turn in the trend. And
Right.
at the moment, there is a bear market rally, but I fear that if we cross above 101, then I think everything changes there. So I am no longer bearish a dollar. I said this a couple of days ago. I'd been bearish for months, and it had been going lower. But now I feel that the market is. Everybody hates the dollar at the moment, and they're saying, "Oh my God, the U.S. deficit and the debt." Yes, but it's not just the U.S; it's everywhere. So the dollar has underperformed for months and months, and I think now it's the turn of the greenback to start making some gains. And if that happens, then obviously we will, or we should get some kind of correction in equities. And the problem, as I said again a couple of days ago, is that everybody's so bullish and people have been making money hand over fist and buy anything it goes up. So when this starts to go to turn, and when we break something like 64.50, which I think eventually we will, maybe even before year end, then all of a sudden things change and everybody starts looking for the exit. And that's going to get very tricky. For now, of course, there's no technical evidence of anything, and I am definitely not short, but I am not long either. I'm actually long a couple of small names, small positions in equities, but they're too small to like PayPal is one, but it's very small just to keep it interesting. But I have really very little in terms of risk on trades. Um, You talked about silver and the metals. We have to talk about silver because it's been going crazy. And the interesting thing, December futures $2 below spot. What does that tell you?
Backwardation.
Yes. What does that tell you? People need silver today.
They
Uh,
need it.
they need it. So basically, they need to cover shorts. They need to have it for delivery or whatever the need is. They need it now rather than 3 months or 2 months away from
Well,
now.
it's a parabola right
Yes.
now. So I mean, but we know what happens. That's why you got out. A
Yes.
parabola, you never
Yes.
know how long it stretches,
Yes.
but it usually ends.
Yes, and I think this price action and this kind of manic rally, and then we come back, and then again the same today. It just shows me that there's a lot of short squaring, basically. So shorts are getting are covering, and when more and more shorts cover, and there's no more shorts left, or there's very few, or shorts who don't care that much. They're not too leveraged, or they're not fast money. Then we start going lower. And I didn't think I would be saying this, but I really am not bullish silver right now. I am in the medium term, always. I think we're going to come back probably somewhere around 42 to 43, and then we rally back. But for now, this move is, I think, exhausted. And of course, I could be wrong, right? I've been wrong many times in my life. It's just that this price action that I'm seeing tells me that I should be cautious. The 50 level was taken out yesterday and today, and we come back down. So, and you can bet that there's quite a few people who got long above 50 on the breakout. Excuse me. And so I'm cautious. I'm just watching it. I don't have any positions in gold or platinum or silver at the moment, apart from some gold coins which are in my safe, and they're going to be there for quite a few years. But at the moment, I'm neutral, and I'm quite scared about metals as well, because if we do get a move which we see equities going lower, dollar strengthening, and bonds rallying, you can bet that everybody's going to be selling metals as well, as they always do. They did that in 2008. They did that in COVID. We got down to 11 below $12 in silver, for Christ's sake, and this was just 5 years ago. So everything's going to get sold, especially including metals, and especially given that they've done so well, people are going to be taking profits. I'm sure they're already taking profits in silver, as I did as well. And you can bet that they're going to be top of the list of things to sell. So I would be very, very careful. You talked about Europe. Did you talk about Euro pound? No.
No, no. But I do
Ryan talked
want to
about
say
that.
this,
Yeah.
George, there is a decorum in the room, so I'm letting you know for the last time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
So Europound is an interesting one because we are getting again close to this. Well, we got there a few days ago, and it's looking strong. I think this is not a bad area to be shorting if you're so inclined and you think this pair is going lower. I think this is a really nice risk reward. You sell at roughly 87.5, and your stop is about 30 pips higher, with a target again in the low 85. So I like that. And but we're not there at the moment, but we are slowly climbing. And euro dollar, we talked about that on the flow show. I was on the flow show yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. 115 is a big level, and I think that
Go to 112.
yeah, I think 112.5, that this fib here, I think this is the target for now. So I think the dollar is going to keep going. There's obviously political turmoil, let's say, in France with the government, and things in Europe are not rosy at all. It's not just the US which has problems, it's everywhere. So we have to be cautious, and I really do think that the dollar is going to be recovering in the near term. But of course, let's see what happens. The other thing we had today was Norway CPI came in 0.1 better than expected, 3.6, I think, instead of 3.5 expected year on year. It's still quite high, and I've been bullish in Norway, but I haven't taken the trade yet. This is what I'm looking at because I'm bullish at dollar. I'm looking at Euro Norway instead of dollar Norway, and we're not there yet. But when we do break this channel, which I think we will, look out. I mean, this is going to be a big old move, I think, because this has been a 2-year consolidation going sideways. And when that breaks, I think targets are easily, we're at 1160. If we break, it's going to be 1130-ish. I think 1030 probably is the target to start. So I like that. But again, I'm waiting for it to break before I do anything. And the other thing which I want to talk about is oil, which again is looking very weak. And even though the OPEC numbers were not as bearish oil as expected, it's still not managing to rally. So I think that there's a good chance that this breaks down, especially, of course, if we have risk off. I mean, this is going to go. So I'd be careful being long oil here. I think in the medium term, it's probably going higher again, but I think the next move, along with everything else, is lower, and then we start climbing again. But I mean, look at yields, man. Yields are really not looking good at the moment. And that's why I like TLT. Pre-market is higher. And, we have this high here, 91.05, I think. And then after that, it's, well, I have to go look at my levels, but let's say,
I think the formation measured 93, that breakout
93.
from that
Yeah.
breakout. Yeah.
Yeah. And remember also, if you're long TLT, you get dividends, which is the coupons basically. So you get paid to hold this position, which is nice, always nice. What else?
Platinum did put in a reversal. It
Platinum, yeah,
completed.
same as silver. Yeah, I mean,
No,
platinum has
we're
gone, it's
uglier.
worse. Actually, you're
Yeah.
right, it is uglier. It has been going ballistic, and of course, there's going to be a correction. I think we might even get back down to this level, 1350, 400, and that will be a nice area to get long. And I've written all this in the chat room for people who are members. So these are my targets. I am now sitting it out and just watching, and it feels good to have a very few positions and just be able to gauge and pick your entry. And remember, you don't have to have all the time positions. Obviously you trade as you like. I trade in a different way to most people, but you don't really need to be in the markets at all times. And I think Paul Tudor Jones was saying that as well. You have to be very picky with your trades. So that's my advice for today. Anyway, that's
Good rundown. Good rundown.
pretty much it. Do we have anybody
Bitcoin,
else here today with us?
it's Steve.
Steve-O, is he here?
Paron.
Hey, hello.
It's like the old days
Yeah, exactly.
without Blake.
Because we are old, like the old days. Because we are old.
Yeah, well,
Us, not you, Dale.
we have wisdom now.
You're younger than ever.
I'm young at heart.
I'm gonna pass on the screen whoever wants to take it, and I'm here. I'm still here. We don't have any
right.
numbers at 1:30. No, we don't actually. We have Michigan in 1.5 hours.
Well, now that you've covered everything, let me try and find our guests. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Steve, you don't want to take the screen, do you? You would save that for our paid people.
Oh, I don't mind.
You want to do it? All right, let's see what you're looking at.
So, first of all, although we're not on the webinar together, I can safely reiterate what Stelios said. I was saying the exact same things the last few days, having to do, with silver and gold, right? So I'm 100% on board with what Stelios said. I don't think we should be chasing these higher anymore. I think there is the potential of a reversal. As Stelios said, I haven't changed my medium to long-term bias at all, especially if we're talking about silver. Silver finally managed to incrementally produce a new all-time high when gold has been doing so for so long. So if you ask me, medium to long-term silver is extremely undervalued still. I know that it sounds like an exaggeration following the rally that we had, but I do believe so. So in my opinion, if indeed we get a pullback from where we are, And I do like the 43 level that Stelios mentioned. It's this high over here. I think this is going to be the last time that we probably correct below 50. Because if we assume that we reverse lower from here and we don't extend further, then I think this would have been probably the last time that we've gone to the 50 area, let's call it, without establishing ourselves above it more or less permanently. I think the next time we get ourselves above 50 is probably going to be the last time that we're going to be seeing levels below 50, right? But yes, in the very short term, I do think that there is a potential for pullbacks here.
Let me
Right,
ask
so
you this, Steve. After a
people
move
should not
like
be
this,
chasing.
after a
Yeah,
move like
go
this,
ahead, Dale.
what besides correcting in price, wouldn't you think that we need a time correction as well? That this could be a multi-week, multi-month correction?
Yeah, and metals have done that multiple times in the past,
Yeah,
correcting over time, and especially metals have had a long history of going in hibernation for long periods of times before resuming what they were doing, right? So absolutely, that is a possibility that is on the table, right?
okay.
Although usually, it's not that immediate going from a very volatile period to immediately going to a period of consolidation. I think that we need to see a gradual decrease in volatility first before we can perhaps enter such a period, right? But yes, of course, there is always the possibility. There are three ways a market can. I keep repeating these things in our webinars. There are three ways a market can correct. One is price. The second one is time. And the third one is a combination of those, in different measures, right? It can be like a bigger correction that lasts less. It can be a moderate correction that lasts a moderate amount of time. It can be a very sharp move lower or higher depending on the trend that lasts very little. Anything in between, right?
So do you have an ultimate, let's get in a time machine and we're going into the future and we've gone through this corrective consolidation. People aren't as manic about it. Like Stel said, they need it. I need my silver today, or I'm jonesing. What are you imagining, visualizing for an upside target after this is the last pullback under 50? In the triple digits,
I was
$100
saying
silver.
yesterday on the morning edge that I consider it a certainty. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, but so far I've been mostly right in metals. Right, I've been a very strong believer for as long as I can remember myself.
As long as we've had F.A.C.E, that's a long time.
Yeah, I do think that
F.A.C.E.
it's inevitability that if I don't have some kind of an accident and die young, I don't see why I will not be witnessing silver to triple digits.
Okay.
I think it sounds extreme, but I find no reason why silver cannot easily double from where we are within the next few years.
Well, look at what uranium's done. I mean, that's been huge. Bigger.
I mean, in essence, anything that has intrinsic value,
right?
Anything that has intrinsic value, especially things that have been. I was saying yesterday.
Fartcoin, then you mean has plenty of intrinsic value.
I was talking about that yesterday on the morning edge, Stelios, that I still cannot believe it. That literally just 5 years ago, there were people that were finding value in selling silver at $12. Can you imagine that?
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's crazy.
remember 5.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about because the proximity of time, 5 years ago. I'm not talking about a very long time
Steve,
ago.
2-3 years ago, people were buying monkey JPEGs for $15 million, right, on NFTs, and now they're a fraction of that.
That is
or
true.
they were buying properties on the metaverse. I mean,
Yeah, they were buying
yeah,
homes.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So yeah,
yeah.
I do think that triple digit silver is an inevitability. Also, don't forget, right? We've had this, somebody can say, huge move in the gold silver ratio, right? Which at some point at the beginning of COVID hit 130 almost. You needed 130 ounces of silver to buy a single ounce of gold. But if somebody goes back in history, they'll realize that that ratio should on average be somewhere at 40 to 1.
Yeah, I
and
remember
despite
those days.
having deflated substantially to roughly 80, people don't realize that we can easily have, let's say, gold on average staying where it is, silver doubling in price, and not being historically overvalued in comparison to gold.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reversion to the mean trade. I mean, I was
Yes.
pounding the table up there at 104.
Yes.
I
And the
was
same
telling people,
thing,
I
the
told
same
people,
thing can be said about platinum. Platinum reached 3.6, the gold platinum ratio. You needed 3.6 ounces of platinum to buy 1 ounce of gold. When at my lifespan, I remember most of it, platinum being more expensive.
Yeah, it was at a
Right.
premium.
And this one has deflated to 2.5, but it can easily go a lot lower than this and still be historically, cheap, or at least not expensive in comparison to gold.
There's CAD job data someone's talking about. Is it important to cover?
We do have data. Give me a second to pull it up because I closed it when I started talking because the squawk keeps talking in my head. Yes, we do have Canadian employment change at the bottom of the hour in exactly 2 minutes. The previous was an abysmal minus 65.5. The forecast now is for 5, a positive 5. Unemployment rate is expected to inch even higher from 7.1 to 7.2. So in regards to Canada, yes, it's important data. Speaking about Canada, we did have, with the breakout yesterday in the dollar index, we also had this break higher in USD CAD. USD CAD had been correcting higher within this channel since roughly the middle of June. And yesterday was the first time that we actually broke through this channel trendline resistance. We had tested that multiple times, especially during the past few days, and it was holding as a resistance. That was also in confluence, by the way, with the 200 daily moving average. So yesterday we did have this technical development. Let's see if Canadian data, if they're weak, can reinforce this bullish breakout, because obviously if we get weak Canadian data, that should, if anything, push the USD CAD even higher from here. We're currently exactly on top of the 38.2 of this whole move lower, the one we got from February to the middle of June when we bottomed. We break through that, we open 141.65 next. So 25 seconds, since we're here, let's cover the Canadian data and see how it affects the market. Who do we have for an interview today, Dale?
Elba Puero. Elba
Okay.
used to, she's making a return visit.
Before the release, stand by.
Nice. Okay, 5 seconds.
Let's see what we get. Any second now.
Oh, it's strong.
Ooh, a much stronger number, and that's why you see immediately USD CAD pulling back.
Wow.
The expectation was a positive 5. Instead, we got a positive 60.4, and unemployment rate actually stays because of that to 7.1 instead of inching higher to 7.2, and that's why you
Testing
see
the breakout right now. Do you trust it enough to buy this pullback?
for me, today is a Friday. We just had one daily close above the channel. Absolutely not, given the data now. I want to see how we close the day and the week. Right. If
buddy.
we close the day and the week again within this channel, then this might have been a false breakout. If, on the other hand, despite the good Canadian data, we hold above this channel, I think this puts a nice basis for people to be trading long starting Monday. Right. So we're
You know, the
currently
Swiss did the same thing, broke out of a flat resistance level yesterday, US Swiss.
yeah, so we're currently back testing in essence the breakout area. So this is going to be important for how we move forward. Starting Monday. Anyhow, definitely the Canadian data were good. Much better, an outlier than expectations. That's why we saw this immediate reaction. I want to see, though, if this reaction is going to have a follow-through or if the market is going to just shrug it off. So we're going to know within the next few hours. We're going to post everything in the weekend analysis so people know how to go forward trading that starting next week. Anyhow, I don't want to eat into your interview time. Have you found your guest, Dale?
Yeah, but I thought, we'd do a little, I do a little Elvis before the interview. What do you
Sure.
think?
Go ahead, start singing.
Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Elvis does that on, I forget what's the name of that song. Anyway, it's a patriotic song. Hi, Elba. How
Elvis
are
doesn't
you?
do that anymore. You do, though.
Yeah, well, I'm his, Elvis really didn't die. He just went and
Hi.
he got his Series 3 and became a commodity broker.
Pretty
So,
sure, even if that's the case, he would be rather too old nowadays, right?
yeah, he would be. He'd be,
It's
yeah.
like the rumors with Hitler. I mean, even if he somehow escaped, made it to Argentina, pretty sure he's not alive anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's good news. So let's leave it there. And everyone, don't worry, Hitler is
Enjoy the
dead.
interview. Have a
But we
wonderful
had,
I
weekend.
never worry. I know you guys
yeah,
are crazy, all of you. So
yeah,
I'm
Elba,
prepared.
it's great. It's great to see you. It's been what, a year or so?
Nice to see you too, Dale.
So coming live from Spain. Where are you in Spain again, Elba?
Right now, I'm in the capital in Madrid.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
we have a Madrid and USA connection right now.
Yes. So really great to see you. Maybe we introduce the work you do. You work with something called a wolf wave.
Yeah.
That's a big part of your work, kind of like 3 drive stuff and RSI stuff is mine. Everyone has their style. So what do you think about where we're at going into year end? What is catching your attention now? I know we had this, tremendous moves in metals and commodities have been enjoying
Yeah. And as you
things.
all said, this means a lot of things. Not all of them are good. And I have, as you said, some reversal patterns as well waves, but
Okay.
it's not that I only trade downwards or to the change. No, I used to trade with Fibonacci also, which is trendy, and I will show you all the figures I have
Okay.
in all the actives if you want to,
Yeah, sure. Share your
and
screen.
we can make a comparison of the European markets with some years ago, which are they are making right now the same patterns. They are appearing some bearish wolf waves that they are warning us that maybe the trend is going to end or it's going to change. But this is not going to be a bearish market, for example, but it's going to make probably an adjust. I can share my screen. Can
Sure,
I?
it's at the bottom,
Yeah.
that green box.
Okay, so I can show you if I want to show one or two, or okay. So let's begin. Okay, let's begin, if it lets me, with dollar index. Are you seeing dollar index right now?
Yes.
On screen?
Yes.
With black.
I see the Dixie.
Yeah,
Is
DXA.
Okay.
Like that. It's the king right now, and it's making a movement, which is confusing maybe a lot of us, because we have here the area of resistance. This in yellow is the pattern that Dale Pinkert is telling that I work. It appears at the end of a bearish trend or at the end of a bullish trend, warning us that it's going to change. And I calculate two targets.
That wolf wave is comprised of three, and 3 drives I use,
it's
to
5
tops.
points. It's 5 points. There.
Okay,
yeah.
5.
The most important one is 0.5, which is the bottom or it's at the top, and it indicates the reversal move has begun, and it has to be supported by high volume also. So that's why we need to check when the reversal is beginning. We need to see a higher minimum here to continue. So it appears in dollar index at the bottom. We will see now, this is in 1 hour chart, and it pushes the price until the resistance and the reversal area, which is marked here in blue, where several times before it reacted the price. But it now it has broken it right now.
Breakout.
Yeah, like that. And we need to see right now the session of this Friday. Let's see how it can consolidate or not, because, and maybe you have probably show it. This is daily chart, and we can see that the price went down, but we can see even if we have 2 Fibonacci impulses which were bearish, it completed them a tick, and then the impulse was made, and now it's completing a double bottom. This was the area where I was going to expect a reversal, a reject, maybe to consolidate the breakout of the 50 moving average in daily chart, but it break it right now, and we need to know if this breakout is good or not. Next week we will see if the price is going to go down a bit, to bounce here, because this changed a lot of things in the Forex market, because a lot of people here in Europe were waiting for a higher euro dollar, and everybody was giving nothing
they're going to have to wait. They're going to have to wait.
Yeah, but maybe this will not happen in the short term, because if a dollar index consolidates this breakout, if he makes
you couldn't find a lot of dollar. You couldn't find a lot of dollar bulls, Alba, in late September when the Fed eased. So it's been a very crowded trade. I think banks said the most bearish market's been the dollar in 20 years. The break was the fastest decline. There were no dollar bulls in September, and we have to shake the bears out before there's another decline.
Like that,
right? Yeah.
And we are waiting right now that the the breakout is made, we now need to see a higher low like this. Maybe in the area, if it loses this resistance, it's not the end of the world, because once it respects the 50 moving average, it's okay. A bounce in 97, 98, in 98, it will be okay. To continue with this scenario, no, with that recovery next scenario, we have seen this an accumulation here, and now it can change a lot because it affects directly to British pound dollar right now that it's breaking supports.
Yep.
It's probably making the same figure but double top.
Yeah.
It's like that. And we have different targets here. Now the target that it's activating British pound is 1.324, and the next one, it confludes with the 200 simple moving average, which is in 1.316. So I think it's quite possible to see British pound in those levels, and it could be a good swing, but we have two supports to break right now. So if we move to another chart, which is, for example, more an intraday chart, we are about to be very aware of any rejection, any lower high to open shorts if the dollar index continues to go on. And maybe in euro dollar, we will see a lower euro dollar right now. We can see the euro dollar in 1.45, 14, 5 or 14.6, something like that, next week. So everything is about dollar index to maintain here the breakout it has made, or if it loses it, then we can see another operative. But right now, this breakout has changed in the short term the scenario for the other forex pairs.
Of course.
Yeah. And I was seeing your colleagues, they were analyzing gold and they were analyzing silver. I had here all the targets of the long-term targets, which were the maximum in silver. Silver is in maximum, historical maximums right now. And it's making a strange movement right now in the 50. A lot of rejection here, but there is no reversal movement right now.
No.
You see, there's a strong, every time it touches the 50 moving average, it bounces. And the price tell us what to do. Until
what are your next levels above where we're at?
Right now, sky's the limit, because we have broken the history maximums.
Okay, you don't have anything above.
No, right now, if we put this, which you see a chart, it is a cup and handle pattern. If we
just measure the move.
The projection, I think, is completed right now. It's full completed. So it needs to breathe. The price needs to breathe, but there is a lot of banks, central banks, they are buying this and they are buying gold.
How about maybe we could shift to stock indexes, because you think if the dollar move continues, that it could be pressure, shows tightening financial conditions. I think credit spreads actually started to widen out this week between junk and treasuries. So what do you have in S&Ps with your work?
Okay.
The dollar, we've got the picture.
Yeah, like that.
It's pretty clear.
And I can show you, because you're not seeing my screen right now, or do you see it?
Yes, I see the silver weekly is still up there.
Okay, I'm going to share then now the European stock. European.
Let me ask you something, Alba. In Spain, what are people saying about the war in Ukraine? and how Europe is, wants to get more involved, possibly to distract populations from economic
the real
problems.
problems that we have, no?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know, the media, they are
Yeah.
showing that they're showing us that Putin is the bad guy,
Yeah.
and they are trying to convince us that the European Union needs more money and more taxes to rearm
Okay.
themselves because we are in
Okay.
danger because of the war.
Okay.
And that's the discourse,
Okay.
the
All right.
official one right
Yeah.
now.
They want.
And
So I mean, who controls the media?
who controls the media? The
Yeah.
government, the European
Yeah.
Union.
Yeah. All right. All right.
The
Okay.
guys that they are telling us to buy electric cars and all the stuff, even when they
Yeah.
explode, and even when the companies and the car companies here
Yeah.
in Germany, they have Volkswagen, BMW. They made recently a meeting that they were saying that they were going to lower the production with electric cars because it's not it's not giving any profit. In fact, they are going to have losses.
Yeah.
All the brands. We cannot in Europe. We cannot compare us with China, for example. We cannot compete. In fact, we demand all the electric stuff, all the batteries for buses, electric buses, and all the stuff. We do not produce it. So, European Union is a giant that is going to demand a lot of taxes for what they want to. And if they make a war, it will be great, a great excuse, no?
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm
All right.
showing that
I'm
Dale. I don't know
Okay.
if you're sharing if it's sharing my screen.
I just see you, so you
You
may
just
have
see
to hit
me.
you may have to hit the share button again. So
Okay.
usually you can move from
Okay.
screen to screen, but
Okay.
here we go.
Okay, you see now, this is DAX.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So now, the worse the economy goes, the better for the markets, I think, because France is before a bailout. UK is not going good. Germany is not going good, but all their markets are in maximums. So right now, I'm looking for reversal movements, and some things have happened right now that they're appearing some wolf waves, which are very particular ones that they have a probability of 50-50, but they are warning us that probably in the short term the market is going to make an adjustment. Okay, and I have here all the targets, and it appeared in France also. I'm going to share CAC,
And these are
the
that's
CAC,
a
the CAC
short-term
40.
chart, 1 hour chart.
Yeah, in 1 hour,
Okay.
but all the change in these trends appear in 1 hour first,
Right.
and then
Good point.
they can continue. But first, the first wolf wave appears normally in 1 hour. So we have here France is CAC 40, le CAC 40 in French.
Yeah.
So it's making also like a double top, and it have the wolf wave until the price doesn't go up and consolidates and closes candles upper 0.5. This wolf wave is active, so we can expect this next week maybe some bearish movements in Europe. Euro stocks also have it. It's cleaner, the Euro stocks one. It follows DAX also.
Okay.
And UK is for free. UK is very strong right now, making new highs. And I can only have chart these figures in UK and expect a breakout. Nothing more to trade in UK. And that's the point that sometimes I wanted to show you my blog of the wolf wave, because This happened before. A lot of wolf waves appeared in different indexes, and then all of them were completed at once. So that's the point that I'm trying to tell you, that this happened before and it has possibilities. We need to see how the S&P right now and NASDAQ ends the week. If you want, I can go with NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow Jones.
Okay.
Right now.
So do you buy into
Yeah.
the argument like what we had, earlier in the year with DAX outperformance of almost any market was out in Europe was outperforming the U.S. And then the last couple months, the U.S. began to outperform again because the DAX, hadn't made a new high in a while S&Ps kept making new highs. Is it really a shift for people to be the U.S.? Other markets are going to be outperforming the U.S. long term. This is a long-term
I don't think
movement.
so. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
No,
A lot
I
of
don't think
people
so.
emerging markets and anything but U.S. But okay, that answers my
When
question.
US begins to shake, I'm going to share the screen right now. Give me a second. 92 participants right now, live. Yoo-hoo. Okay. You're famous. So this is the S&P, this is NASDAQ. I have these lines are very important levels to bounce.
Okay.
And you see the strength of the movement, no? It only bounces and gives us Fibonacci's and bullish Fibonacci and bullish Fibonacci. A little adjust, and every bounce is supported by high volume with a lot of negotiation. So right now he tries to make another maximum, but it's consuming time, but no price. It's a strength sign. But everybody is waiting right now to see if there is some breathe. I mean, some relax right now in the stock markets, in S&P, in Nasdaq, to see if all the other actives like DAX and all that stuff, we can make some shorts. Even if you don't do shorts here or here, you can do shorts or reply shorts, for example, in another active with chart.
All right, so you proved my point. You proved my point that you could be in a bull trend, and there are shorting opportunities in a bull trend.
And a lot of
people don't understand
points.
that. They don't understand that. They think, oh, if you're playing the short side,
it's the end of the world.
It's like you're staying short. You're not
The
trading.
perma beers. Your perma beer.
Yeah, right.
No, it's not like that. We trade. We don't invest. If we trade, if we see the market is breaking a key level, I'm going to short it until the next one with a stop loss up on it.
Right.
If it breaks the next one, I'm going to continue to leave my shorts and add one and protect them. And that and all that stuff until I see another pattern, another bounce pattern, for example, and now I can decide to close the shorts.
Right.
And in 4 hours and daily, there are still possibilities to have a small correction day. It's not the end of the world. It's in until 6,600. Yeah, 600, 700. So yeah, like that.
And then rally to new highs, 68.
And it's going to be great to bounce, and we can project another Fibonacci like that and look for new maximums. But this strength that it's the markets are getting us used to it is not healthy. The markets needs to breathe.
It does.
And the sooner it makes it, the better.
How about 15% before the end of the year?
Down.
Yeah.
I don't have here the percentage tool, but it can be until this the pink level, for example, in 6,500. No, this is not
That's
a 10%, no?
That's 2%.
Well,
I
don't know 50% or no.
okay.
Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's too much.
Yeah, yeah. Not if you
Because
look
we're
at
in
a weekly.
October. We're in October. It's left November and December.
Okay.
Don't know, but maybe a breath. Yeah. The key
Yeah.
that I want to share to our guests right now, to everyone which is view, these key levels are the targets. For example, if it breaks them down and bounce areas also, and
Yeah.
once it can bounce, we can combine it with another, with Fibonacci or maybe. But right now the only thing I see, and it's going to be open Wall Street in 30 minutes. That is consuming time, but no price.
Okay. And unhealthy because it needs a correction. Anyway,
yeah, you know it, no, Dale, that it needs a correction.
Yeah.
And that I wanted to tell you that in Dow Jones, it's making it
weaker.
cleaner.
Yeah.
It's not weaker, but we have the same various divergences here.
Yeah.
It breaks, it has broken the 50 moving average here. So another lower high in Dow Jones, I will combine it with another Fibonacci. And maybe if Dow Jones go first, then S&P and Nasdaq can breathe. No, I have all the key levels here.
All right, Alba. You know, people are commenting on your charts and interested in your indicators. And so why don't we take the last few minutes and
do
let
you want to
people
see
know?
Bitcoin or something?
No, I want people to be able to get a hold of you, to get involved with you should they want to. So maybe you show your blog or your website, just so that people that see you live, and we're live on X right now and everywhere.
I used to upload charts and all that,
so
okay.
Yeah, so best way for people to stay in touch with your work, and do you do English translations on your work so those that don't speak Spanish it could be useful to them?
Like that. This is the blog, the personal blog I made with the wolf wave. Do you see it in the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have videos, trades, how to recognize a wolf wave, the points where it must be there, statistics, everything. And well, I have here some.
Do you have a subscription, or this is all free?
No, this is free, and if they want to learn all the system with the indicators and tools and mentorings, we have I can teach them, but they can recognize and begin to know what is a wolf wave and how to draw it and all of this with the blog. And also I have my project is salaparatraders.com, which is a tool designed for traders with 24 hours access. And we, as the same as you, I think, no, we share analysis operatives. We make lives in the opening of Wall Street. For example, I have a personal scalping system, which I show them and try to teach them. And also Fibonacci. I have three main operatives: the wolf waves, the Fibonacci, and swing in Forex, scalping and swing in Forex. So nothing more.
All right. Well,
my Twitter, for example, not my Twitter here.
Oh yeah,
Albitamix.
at Albitamix.
Yeah, this is Instagram, no Instagram.
There it is. All right. So there, I mean, what I would do right now is follow Alba right now, and then you'll have all the different places you could go find her. So I recommend you follow her. No, whatever language you speak.
Yeah, I can
So
speak. Well, you see, speak English. It's no
you,
problem.
you,
You
you
can
do.
ask me anything you want in
It's better
English.
than my.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's excellent. Us Americans can't even speak English. So anyway, Alba, it was great to talk to you again. I'd like to keep you in the rotation where we
Yeah.
could see you every quarter or so and check up with you, see how you're doing. And thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Dale, for taking me here with you again. It's been a
It's,
while. I know you from 2015, maybe, or 2016.
yeah,
And we follow each other. It's great thing that we survived the market 10 years more. So
yeah,
it's a sign that we're warriors,
we
and
are.
we know what we do, know it. And
Yeah,
we have similar ways to see the market. I'm very glad every time I click on your screen and on your charts. It's great to see that we have similar ways to see the markets, to understand the markets. It's good.
yeah, you're a pro. So my trading warrior sister, Alba, people follow her. She'll be in the rotation, but that's 3 months from now or so. So follow
Okay.
her on X and let me know what she's doing with her wolf waves. Have a great fall trading season, Alba.
Yeah.
And I'll
If
talk
the
to you again.
markets begin to breathe, I will post it on Twitter, and I will
Okay.
post the targets, everything, so the people can know where the market can stop.
Okay.
It's not going to be a very big movement downwards, but it
Okay.
needs to adjust. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
We'll
just,
see you next week.
all right. See you, Alba. Have a
Okay.
great
See
weekend.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Same.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
So people are thanking you. Hey, and
Yeah.
Laura, congratulations on being long medals from June. It's great to see. We love to see successful people. We celebrate people's wins. We don't have people rooting in here for others to fail. Okay? We don't do that.
Like
You could
that.
do that. You could,
We celebrate
yeah, we
everybody
celebrate. It's
is
like a win
learning
for
and it's
you.
improving.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so that's our decorum here. And, I'm going to call you on it if you're behaving like that. In the meantime, don't just look at your moving averages and your charts and count your pips, count your blessings. Adios, everyone. You're welcome, Adam. See everyone Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Remember, money comes and goes. Time is gone forever. So make the most of it. Adios.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Alba.